So today we're going to go into the earth reconnection for you. And this is really important with this work because it's big work and you're working in the fields of quantum consciousness. And so this earth reconnection is not so much about, you're not really learning in this specific space to do this for someone else. This is about allowing another space for you right now to expand your roots and your anchoring of you into this now line, this avatar, this vessel that you are being, right? That your consciousness is experiencing itself within. So this earth reconnection is very important and very helpful because of the bigness of the energy that we carry. Because as you move into a cosmic consciousness, you're expanding yours. You're expanding the information of you, which is your energy. And then you're working in the field of the quantum. So this anchoring of you, utilizing the connection of the Earth's energy and your human body's energy is like your super suit, okay? I don't know if you've ever seen a Marvel movie, but I've seen Iron Man. And so maybe you know Iron Man, who doesn't know?
Yeah. No, I know all the characters.
Okay, so the suit, you know, you get in the suit and it has all these powers, right? But he has to learn how to work with it and use it, or it's like super powerful and he can run into things and he has to learn to work with it. So this earth reconnection I'm going to do with you right now is for you to connect more with you, your suit, your super suit, your abilities, your spiritual gifts, your intuition, your inner knowing, and anchoring that energy so that it's unwavering, so that your body can process you and be all that you're here to be. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay, so all we need to do is just allow this space. I'm going to guide you through. You can make note at any time of anything you want to. It's recording. If you want to say anything out loud, go ahead and do so. If you want to write down things as you're having the experience, your eyes being closed is very helpful because it opens up your inner sight more, but I can go back and forth and I believe you can too. So if you want to open them and write something, you can, and just close your eyes again and keep that flow, right? It's very helpful to learn that ability as well with doing this work, because many times in session spaces we feel to write something down and then we just want to keep that flow, reconnect in again, you know, close our eyes again as we're ready to. So, all right, Holy One, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, so just allow yourself to relax. You're going to close your physical eyes and you're going to take a couple deep breaths in, nice and slow. On your exhale, feel your body dropping. The shoulders drop, the back relaxes. Just allow that space of letting go. Yaso toaye. And just take a moment, let your eyesight adjust and remember to acknowledge the vibration, because you are the designer, you are the creator. So you can take a moment to just say, whoa, the vibration has shifted. I walk in a new alignment, and an alignment of love, abundance, of peace and of beauty. And every time you make that acknowledgement, whether you're coming out of an energy space or not, your energy at all moments. So every time you make that acknowledgement, you solidify it, you expand it, because you are the designer doing so with your focus of your energy. So that was a very powerful, that was a very powerful and beautiful reconnection space for your energy and the planet of Earth.
I feel like I was feeling a lot in my body, so which is confirming whatever you were saying, especially around your jewels and my legs. And then this part area was as if like a lot of sensation were going on too.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with me. The head was a big part of it. It almost felt like the whole front, both front lobes were being like opened up, and spaces were just being completely removed that were old. And then it was almost like your crown just opened up as the space of your brain that was old was transmuted by love. Wisdom was received, but the release of those programs or thought processes was just allowed. So it was really big. That's beautiful that you felt the head as well. And there was quite a bit in the solar plexus, but that's naturally you moving into the next space of you, clearing and then expanding, because the solar plexus is like a second, third eye center even. Like if you could imagine both spaces of the body, the upper and lower centers, each having their own third eye space, yes? And then they all just tend to go into being more interconnected as one. But
yeah, I could just say that, like, I wouldn't go much in detail. Like, since I've started doing the work, going in more healing space, then I realized like how, you know, we say like how we do become copy and impressions of our previous generation and father, mother. And then that's where my awakening call, and I now I see even more and more, you know, thanks to Acasma healing. I think it's I would actually even recommend to every even psychologist or hypnotherapist too, because I think it's needed, that space, you know, that spiritual support is needed for expansion. And then I realized like how much we unconsciously just walk literally like others. We don't.
yes, I love your words. That was very well said, that we kind of copy, you know, or are a copy of, and we just all, you know, this collective of humanity repeating cycles, repeating teachings and understandings, you know. But yet now we have so many who are in this space where they're able to see beyond those, you know, imprints, and they're able to feel beyond them into the remembrance of their truth and who they really are, the you and the me and all of the others who are the forefront. I actually just released a video on YouTube yesterday night, I think it was, and I say that we are the front wave. And there's even a part in there about the uniting of the earth ancestors and the cosmic ancestors, because we have both in us. Most of us who are waking up, if not all of us who are waking up or woken, we carry both. And some don't, some just carry earth ancestry, but many carry both. And you, I believe, are one, and I am one. And so we're bridging that gap, if you will, energetically. And this is how you raise a species in consciousness. Somebody has to break the copy and say, I'm not running that program.
Yeah.
I'm not going to run that imprint. And so gloriously, you're doing that. So thank you, Holy One.
Yeah, Acasma has really helped me. Like I even thought it's going to be a little bit of healing, you know, because I did take Reiki too. But it's different. It's very different. It's like suddenly you see something. Oh my God, I am this. I've been doing like this too, even though I want to believe, let's say, I'm abundant. You know, the universe is abundant, but yet my habits and behaviors, like, oh my God, it's completely different because of that, as you said, programming, or this is how I learned, you know. And it's so sometimes to disidentification, the word I would say, you know, to use like, oh no, that's not real. But it does take a lot of awareness and a lot of healing, I would say, at the same time. It's just magic. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing this. It's very good to hear this from you. This is what we're here for with this work. This is, you know, the space of the awakening to see thyself, to then know thyself, because the self you see when you first open your eyes to this, right? And you like you said, it's an imprint of a teaching or a program. The first self they see in your clients, all those that you'll work with, is the one they see in the mirror. That's who they relate themselves as. When you say know thyself, they just think, well, I'm this job, I'm this parent or child or friend or whatever. And they aren't able to go beyond that, because that's where all the imprints and copies and patterns are. There's never been truly, I think, for the most part, for most of humanity, there's never been an open of the focus beyond who you see in the mirror. And so that's all woven in this, whether you and I speak in like a teaching way with a client, or you hold video space, or whatever you decide to do with this outreach. And you know, you can even just use it for self if you want, but I know you, I think you're looking to do more. But no matter how we present, it's all in it. So whether you're just doing this in a video, or whether you're doing this, or whether you're using this to speak teachings, every single part has that energy of light goes on in the room, and the human can see beyond the face in the mirror, but the face in the mirror as well, in a new way. Because that's another thing, is most people don't have any self-love. They don't have a lot of self-worth. And so the first in the mirror, they don't even want to look at, you know? So this is a way in which we bring love to all the spaces of the being with that remembrance of who they are.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I can just even relate to the experience, like how self-love, self-worth, like how the affirmations alone do not work. And I think that's what I struggled with last few years, especially. And then, you know, frustration happened. Then it's like, because we are not that, you know, that place where you could just, as you said, like see ourselves glorious being. Like it takes, you know, that again, back to the same thing, healing, awareness, and then something happens with this with these light codes, a prayer to even I guess it's a blessing.
Yeah.
Blessing for everybody. Yeah.
I really think energetically you've done it. You're good. You really are. You can, there's some finer points that I want to make sure you understand what you're, you know, the depth of what you're doing with the waters. That's important, because you're going to be able to understand that you're able to, through this work, decalcify third eyes, shift programming in water. We talk about the copy and the imprint, right? It's all in the water. Water's programmable. So the water's flowing through their body is carrying, I hate myself, or I'm not good enough, or whatever. So this work also heals that. And it's going to do it whether I teach you it or not, but it's nice to understand what you're doing. It's nice to have the power of the knowledge of what you're doing. Knowledge is power.
It's already doing. I can confirm your it's so interesting. The 2 days, I wouldn't take much time, but in 2 days something happened. I was just feeling, I was like, what is this feeling? Like, what am I feeling? Why this, you know, and then suddenly that word came up, like so much, there's nothing much going on chaos, but so much inside chaos happening. And I know that the action doesn't make sense, you know, like I don't want to take that action, but it's like, oh, it's because I'm projecting with that belief rather than, otherwise it wouldn't matter much, you know, it would be just passing by that slight, tiny event. So it's so interesting that you're saying these words. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Any questions, comments, feedback along the way, email me. All right.
Okay. Yes, I will.
All right. Beautiful one.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Blessings, beautiful. Blessings.